Okay, so once again, good evening. No, for today, we're going to have an introduction of the information assurance and security. IA or information assurance and security are critical disciplines that focus on protecting information systems from unauthorized access, no use, disclosure, disruptions, modification, or distractions. In today's digital landscape, no, where data breaches and cyber threats are prevalent, no, the importance of information assurance and security cannot be overstated. No, so organizations rely on the integrity, availability, and confidentiality of their information assets, no, which necessitates a robust framework, no, for safeguarding these resources. So the foundation of information assurance lies, no, in its principles, which include, as I mentioned, CIA, no, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, with authentication and non-repudiation. So confidentiality ensures that the sensitive information is accessible only to authorized users, while integrity safeguards the accuracy and trustworthiness of data. So availability guarantees that information and resources are accessible, no, when needed. So authentication, in other words, verifies the identity of users and systems, and non-repudiation ensures that parties cannot deny their actions related to data exchanges. So together, these principles form a comprehensive approach to protecting information. Again, what are those? Confidentiality, integrity, availability, authentication, and non-repudiation. One of the key aspects of information security is risk management. No, organization must assess, no, potential threats and vulnerabilities to their information system to develop effective security strategies. So this process involves identifying assets, no, evaluating risk, and implementing measures to mitigate those risks. No, because by understanding the potential impact of security breaches, no, organizations can prioritize their efforts and allocate resources, no, effectively na to protect their critical information asset. Right now, technological advancement have significantly influenced the landscape of information assurance and security because the rise of cloud computing right now, no, mobile devices, and the Internet of Things has created new opportunities for business but also introduced complex security challenges. Company must adapt their security strategies not to address this evolving threats while ensuring that their system remain resilient and reliable. This requires ongoing investment in security technologies such as firewalls, uh, intrusions, no, detection system, and encryption, as well as employee training and awareness program. So the role of policies, no, and governance framework in information assurance and security is paramount. No, government agency, no, organizations must establish clear policies that outline their security objectives and procedures for protecting information. So governance frameworks such as, I don't know if you're familiar with NIST, no, NIST security framework, and of course the ISO ISC 27001, which provides guidelines, now provide guidelines for implementing security practices and managing risk. Compliance with legal and regulatory requirements is also important as organization face significant penalties for failing to protect sensitive information with our Data Privacy Act of 2012. In addition to technology and governance, now human factors play a critical role in information assurance and security. That's why all BSIT students are required to take 3 to 6 units of information assurance security subject or courses. No, even you are enrolled in computer science, in IS, or even with BSIT program. Employees are often the weakest link, no, in the security chain, making awareness in training essential components of an effective security program. So company must foster a culture of security, encouraging their employees to recognize potential threats and follow established protocols to safeguard information. Kasi there are certain cases that the management has a policy that you are not allowed to open or other site in your company or in your respective offices. Kaya lang mayroon pa rin talagang pasaway, ano? So, the future of information security and assurance is likely to be shaped by our emerging technologies, such as yung artificial intelligence and machine learning. These technologies can enhance threat detection and response capabilities, enabling organizations to proactively address vulnerabilities before they are exploited. Now, however, the integration of AI and machine learning into security strategies also raises ethical and privacy concerns that must be carefully considered. No? So, again, information assurance and security are vital components of modern organizations' operational frameworks. So, as cyber threats continue to evolve, so therefore, a comprehensive approach that combines technology, governance, and human factor is essential for safeguarding our sensitive information. By prioritizing information assurance and the security, organization can protect uh, their assets, maintain trust with stakeholders, and we will ensure the continuity of their operation in an increasingly interconnected world. Now, I just want to give my own or personal insights. What are the challenges uh, faces by our country when it comes to information assurance and security? Information assurance and security in our country face several challenges, which can significantly impact the effectiveness of safeguarding sensitive data in information system. Now, number one, in our country, nag-i-start pa lang yung education about cybersecurity. Now, there are certain universities offered BS in cybersecurity. Or meron naman pong mga universities and colleges offer BSIT specialized in cybersecurity. No? Now, there is a lack of awareness. Limited cybersecurity awareness and education. There is a lack of awareness and education about cybersecurity among public and within many organizations. This results in weak security practices such as poor password management, insufficient training on phishing attacks, and inadequate incident response protocols. As a result, individuals, company, and or organizations are more vulnerable to cyber threats. Rapidly evolving threat landscape because cyber threats are constantly evolving, with attackers employing increasingly sophisticated methods to breach security measures. In the Philippines, the growing use of mobile devices, social media, and e-commerce platform like Shopee, Lazada, and so on has expanded the attack surface, making it challenging for organizations to keep up with emerging threats and implement effective measures. Another is a lack of robust regulatory frameworks. Right now, we have Cybersecurity Act of 2012, We have E-commerce Act, and so on and so forth. Now, well, there are laws in place such as Cyber Prevention Act of 2012 and Data Privacy Act of 2012 in our country. Enforcement remains a challenge because many organizations may not fully comply with these regulations due to a lack of understanding or kaya naman lack of resources. So, I believe the absence of stringent penalties for non-compliance can also hinder the implementation of a robust information assurance practices. I already mentioned a while ago about the resource constraint. No? In our country, no, many organizations, especially small and medium-sized enterprises or SMEs, face resource constraint when it comes to investing in information security measures. Limited budgets can prevent the organizations from acquiring the necessary tools, technologies, and personnel to effectively protect their information system. So, take napakalaki ng sahod ng mga cybersecurity personnel, no? Another is the inadequate incident response and recovery plans. Many organizations lack comprehensive incident response and recovery plans, which are essential for effectively addressing security breaches and minimizing damage. Without proper planning and resources allocated to incident management, organization may struggle to respond quickly and effectively to cyber incidents, leading to prolonged disruptions and loss of data. Another, of course, challenges is insider threats. Insider threats pose significant risk to information assurance and security. Employees with access to sensitive information may intentionally or unintentionally compromise data security through negligence or malicious action. So, addressing insider threats requires a focus on employee training, access controls, and monitoring system. Actually, we already apply naman in our country. Let's say, for example, kung sa school, ang account na registrar, iba yung pwede nating mga module na nandun sa registrar. Iba rin yung module na nasa payroll, iba rin yung module na nasa accounting, and so on and so forth. But still, no, we need to provide more training, no, to our employee or employees. Now, another is integrating of emerging technologies. Napakabilis ng pacing ng technologies, right? So, the integration of emerging technologies such as cloud computing ay medyo mahal din po yan, no? And the Internet of Things, no, represent or AI or artificial intelligence or either cloud computing and Internet of Things present both opportunities pero may challenges din. Well, these technologies can enhance operational efficiency. They also introduce new vulnerabilities and complexities, no, in managing security across diverse platforms, no, and devices. No, we have, of course, geopolitical factors. No, the Philippines is geographically located in a region with heightened cyber threats, including state-sponsored attacks and cyber criminal activities. No? The geopolitical landscape can exacerbate security challenges as local organizations may become targets of larger scale attacks driven by international conflicts or tension. So, addressing these challenges requires a multifaceted approach that includes increasing cybersecurity awareness, strengthening regulatory frameworks, or implementing wholeheartedly our regulatory or mga laws, no? Investing, of course, in security technologies and fostering collaboration among government, private sector, and educational institutions like PTC and other universities and colleges. Because I believe by prioritizing information assurance and security, the Philippines can better protect its digital infrastructure and sensitive data in an increasingly interconnected world. No? So it's just the introduction of the subject